Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of the Lunch Date with Cazzy. I'm actually doing a special recording this evening because we have a guest on the line who is very eager to talk about some amazing, one amazing story in particular. So I'm excited to hear all from him. And I will bring him to the stage shortly. But first, let me just say today is April the 22nd. We are definitely moving very swiftly through, April. They say April showers, and yes, the weather is definitely changing. I don't know about you, but I am absolutely ready for summer. But anyway, so here we are. So before I begin, I do want to thank my sponsors, as always, to Bacchanal TV. Thank you for your sponsorship. We are gearing up for Atlanta Carnival. We're truly in the carnival season. So if you're unable to get on the road and you want to see some footage from the carnival, make sure you log on to Bacchanal TV, and that is BAKANAL.TV. Also to my business, Caroline in the City. If you're in the market for a new home, if you'd like to purchase a home, if you're an investor, or if you are selling a property, please give me a call. I am licensed right here in the great state of Georgia. My number is 202-550-2923. Also to Wear White. I did mention Atlanta Carnival. So Wear White, we are gearing up for the 25th anniversary of Wear White. And that is happening on Sunday, the 25th of May. Tickets right now are $55. And of course, we have the wonderful Patrice Roberts performing. We also have Mikkel Taja performing, as well as Anika Berry. I mean, the lineup is amazing. It is the 25th year. So it's Wear White with a touch of silver. So make sure you get your Wear White with a touch of silver out so you can, enjoy the festivities of the carnival. That is always one of the big events of the carnival, and it is the 25th year. Also to Mayday.com. That is happening on Saturday, May the 10th. Is the day before Mother's Day. So if you want to go out and have some fun, it is an experience, a full, all drinks inclusive experience right here in the ATL. So that is Mayday. Tickets are still available. So www.maydeh.com. So make sure you support that event as well. I will also be at that event, so I'm excited about that. And of course, we have a whole array of different events coming up, leading up to the carnival. So May is a very, very busy month in the Caribbean Atlanta Carnival. Another fun event to look out for is on May the 25th. It is the Guyana Fun Day. They also have the flag raising ceremony that weekend and the welcome party. I will be your host for that event, for the fun day. So I'm excited about that and cannot wait to see what they have in store. It's always a fun day. It's always a fun day. Okay, so without further ado, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play my ads, run my ads, and then I will come back and I will introduce you to my guest. And my guest is going to be talking to you about the Queen of Swing. The Queen of Swing, and amongst other things. There'll be lots to talk about. So we will come back shortly after these messages.
will be performing live. We outside full road, we coming to shell down. I in a good spirit. I drink it. I don't have time to be lucky for you, my friend. I in a good spirit. I drink in a good spirit. The vibes right up to the limit. So don't hold me down, don't fight me down. Yeah.
Woo, man, I didn't want that to end. I wanted that to continue. That is a lot of fun. So that is Wear White. So make sure you've got your tickets for Wear White. It's going to be so much fun. All right, so I'm going to be introducing you to my guest. His name is Harvey Whited, aka Wali, aka Wali. And I actually know that Wally actually just celebrated his birthday. He didn't tell me that when we spoke. So I am about to find out what Wally did for his birthday, amongst other things. So I'm going to bring him to the stage and find out what happened back earlier on in the month. So, hello, Wally. There you are.
Good evening. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening. I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I must thank you for allowing me your precious time. Thank you so much.
Oh, listen, absolutely, absolutely. But let's start by saying, I'm going to say happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm
Yes,
not too old now. I try to sneak past them.
well, so you celebrated your birthday at the beginning of April. When was your birthday?
I was actually the 31st. I was 79 on the 31st. So I'm through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm through with the 70s. And
You're through with the seven. Listen, every day is a day to celebrate,
I'm looking
actually.
at the
So
80s now.
yeah, so 31st of March.
Yeah, that's
So
correct.
you're an Aries, is
I'm
that
Aries.
right? You're
That's,
Aries.
that's correct.
Okay, okay.
And
Well,
my
happy
mother and my
belated birthday.
son, both of them are Aries.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my sister's an Aries. She was on the 5th of April.
Okay.
So, and then I have other friends, who are Aries. So, yeah. So, happy belated birthday. Okay, so let's talk about. Well, let me just let the viewers know. I got introduced to you. You called me. You saw some information online, and you called me and talked to me about the Queen of Swing in depth. About this wonderful story. So I know that you are a storyteller, a playwright. So you have a great story to tell us tonight about the Queen of Swing. Always interested to hear about, some history. So tell us a little bit about who you are, Wally, and your involvement with the Queen of Swing, what the connection is.
Okay, thank you so much for the stage. First of all, the Queen of Swing, I'm going to start at the beginning, is a lady by the name of Willa Mae Lane, known as Lady Lane, and this era is 1939. Now, I have three focuses on this. Number one, I'm focusing on her book, which is her story, The Queen of Swing, which is
Uh-huh.
on Amazon. All you have to do is go to Amazon and say The Queen of Swing / Willa Mae Lane. It's her saga. The second part of it is the play. I've just written a play and I'm in the process of launching it, but at present we're still going a little bit slow and it's going to get there. And I'm going to speak on a positive note, hopefully sometime around Juneteenth if I can find a house to launch it in. That's the second part. And the third part is why is this story so important? What is
Yes.
the story about? This story is about number one, my mother. The
Oh, so
Queen
your mother was Willa Mae?
that Willa Mae Lane was my mother.
Oh,
She was the Queen of Swing in the 1930s. And
wow.
the story is very profound. As a matter of fact, I've actually stated it as being the most important, the one of the best stories told from an Afro American female in the 21st century.
Oh, wow.
Now let's talk about that.
Yes, yes, for sure.
Willa Mae started out. She was a young girl, a sharecropper from Georgia, from Fort Gaines, Georgia, the bottom part of Georgia, of which she had 12 sisters, and her mother and her father, they were all sharecroppers. Of which my grandfather, I'm positive he was a slave. He passed away at 102 years old. He took care of them girls down there. This story is a typical story of our Afro Americans, and this story is very prevalent for all people in Afro American cultures and the ones that's outside to accept us as each other. We must come together. This is the cry for today. We are one. Everybody,
Yeah,
the globe has come together. I'm old. Back in my day, everything was session up. The internet is coming here. I had the pleasure of working, playing some music. I myself am a musician, also played around the world. I got a couple of hits, and we'll talk about that later. But I was in Japan and I seen the internet for the first time, and that was in the 80s before it got here in America. So
right, right.
that was a pleasure for me. But I don't want to go off the story. Let me get back onto the story because I can really go. Oh man, you have to forgive me. If I forget something, y'all call me back.
You got well,
So
you want to be able to say it while it's in your, it's on the top of your mind.
yeah. So anyway, we getting back to her story. We was coming out of the. This is the story about It's an old saying: when you teach the black to hate the white, you teach the dark to hate the light. And that's what this story is about. It's about the darker skinned siblings of my grandfather, Benjamin King, and that's the name of the family, the King family. And yes, we are some way related to Martin Luther King, and that the families, Dothan, Alabama, all about. At that time, kings were related.
Oh, okay.
100 years, 150 years ago. But anyway, like I'm saying, is that this was the story of the dark hating the light. There was one major sister that wanted my mother to basically bow down and bend to the will that she wanted to do. My mother, all of the kids, they were sharecroppers, so they either picked watermelons, pecans, corn, or cotton.
Wow.
My mother was told,
Some history.
yeah, that's correct. When my mother was told to pick cotton by her older sister, she was only 12 years
Oh,
old,
better.
and she told, I see it, okay.
I know.
And
I was like, I'm sitting in the dark. Okay.
okay. And she was only she was told to, excuse me, to pick this cotton, and as she was told to pick this cotton, she refused to. Now my mother always, she at the age of about 11 years old, she always wanted to dance. She danced in the cotton field. She would jump up and down in the cornfield, and all this was one big farm. And big sister would get mad, and she'd tell her, "Well, man, you stop all that dancing because the rest of your sisters are out in the field picking cotton, and I want you out there in the field picking cotton." So what happened is that she said, "I can't pick this cotton." And I'm going to tell daddy because you keep jumping down on me. I tell you, this cotton hurts my hand. And she said, well, that's all right. The cotton hurts everybody's hand. Get out there and pick that cotton. And Willa Mae refused to pick cotton. So in the process of one day of her picking the cotton, a very horrific crime was almost taking place. One of her brothers, who how he could be blood, took it upon himself because the cotton, it was a sharecroppers. For some of you who don't know what a sharecropper is, that's
Hmm.
the Afro Americans back in 100, 200 years ago, that after slavery was over, they didn't have any money to pay us. They still ain't paid us. And we had a certain amount, our 40 acres and a mule, to come to. So my grandfather, make a long story short, he had his 40 acres and a mule. So what it was is that everybody pitched in and he told them up, but there was all this continuous aggression between Willa Mae and what it really was, it was the dark against the light. My big sister, she was very dark skinned, and she called everything from names, corn cob, but you know what, and
Yeah.
and they argued. So what happened is this one day that I guess she must have somehow or another there was I call him the furniture dealer, Boss Hall. He was the guy obviously that owned it, their property, but it was a big fat guy. And to make a long story short, him and her brother set up a plan to coax Willa Mae down into the further parts of the field so that this Caucasian guy could grab her and rape her.
Oh wow.
It was terrible.
Wow. Oh my
Her,
gosh.
they grabbed her, she fought, and she got away. When she got
Mm.
away, she went straight to her father. And she said, "Papa, Papa," and she told him the story. And it was, as we say, all he double hockey sticks broke loose that night with the family. This They always sat down at the table. That's happens to be some out there. The family that prays together, stays together. They used
Yeah.
to, and this was the direction that it went from that night.
Okay.
King told the rest of the family, say, y'all get ready and say goodbye to Willa Mae because I'm letting her go up north with her May own sister. There was another light skinned sister that had already broke away from the family. And by the way, three of the sisters, all three of them were attacked. Mama was the last one attacked. One might have been got in there and been raped. I don't know. I'm too young at that time to understand.
Yeah.
Praise God, from what I understand, my mother wasn't raped. She bit, she fought, and she was able to get out of it. And that's what the meeting did that night. So,
Okay.
man,
Okay.
to get into it a little bit further, she went north with the older sister, Sweet Ellen. And all of this, by the way, when I tell you everything I say, I just want to
It's all in the book.
it's not only in the book, it's mandated. I have papers. I have everything to prove her life. I've had so much stuff. I had, and I'm gonna go off here just 1 second, and we'll come right back on. I had a very popular Afro American thespian by the name of Mr. Lou Gossett. God bless you, Lou. I still love you, man. I had the pleasure of sitting down and making his life happy at the last 130 days or so of his life. He was not with Sati, his son. He was not with. He was here because his house in L.A. had burned down, so he was here in Georgia.
Oh.
He loved Georgia, and
Yeah.
him and I grew up almost under the same species. Um, Everything from school to gangs, and we used to sit and talk. And he loved me, and I loved him, and he wanted to do something for this particular story as much as he can. But just having him as my friend, I have pictures online that can be seen of the last days. I gave him a very special party. And that's something we can go into later. But anyway, getting back to Mama,
Okay.
we we got to the point where is that we
She
wanted
was she had moved up north. You said she had moved with the other
we
sister. Okay.
we took her up north, and from north, to make a long story short, her career springboarded from there. She
Nice.
wanted to dance, and the way she broke into dancing, as she had her first dance job at the age of 12 years old.
Oh
She
wow.
was playing older as she went north. She couldn't
Hmm.
go to the schools because they were segregated. So the people that housed her and my aunt, they took it upon herself to educate Willa Mae. My mother was not a stupid lady. This is her book. She wrote this book, and I had it done with her and a ghost writer back in the this book was written in, oh, I forgot, it's in the 80s, back in the 80s. But anyway, we went ahead and oh gee, I look, can you bring me back to that thought right there?
Yes, you said she wrote the book in the 80s. It was written with a ghost writer,
Right.
and you got and all the information is in the book. She wanted to dance. She got her first job at 12.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so old, I forget where I'm going sometimes. But anyway, she rose up and
Okay.
into the career. That's what the Queen of Swing is about. She danced her way to from the cotton fields of Georgia straight into the hearts of America. And
Nice.
she rose up. In the process of her rising up, one of the great things that happened to her is that by her, I guess, being a king, she would not accept injustices. Injustice for one is injustice for all. So what she did is she had and I kind of skipped to go that her and her friends, her white friends, they had just finished a show, a very successful show, and they were going. This was in Culver City, California, in the daytime, going into a lunch counter back in the we call it the soda pop, soda jerks, back in them days. And her and the girlfriend sat down. And when the girlfriend sat down, the gentleman that was behind the pan, he says, "Hey, come on." And go, "Whoa, I'm sorry, sweetheart. You won't be able to sit up front here. You're going to have to sit in the back and wait for your friends. But I will make you a soda. I give you that much." So she said, "Well, how come?" And her friends, the white girl said, "Oh, this is not fair." And they was ecstatic about this entire situation. So Willa Mae and her friends said, "We are not going to accept this." And to make a long story short, Willa Mae took them people to court in Culver City, and this is all mandated. Took her to
Yeah.
and when they took her to court, she won. And this went across the country. Everybody, Willa Mae, the special dancer, well, not special, dancer, great dancer, black dancer, won Jim Crow. And that's what she did. She won a Jim Crow. So
Wow.
will push up on Jim Crow, but that's not where it stops. Willa Mae continued. She danced her way and from what I can say the independent world into Hollywood and back into the independent world. Here's the cornerstone, dawn breaking contribution for all of the black filmmakers of the United States of America. Her film
Yeah.
her film, known as The Devil's Daughter, produced by a gentleman by the name of Mr. Arthur Leonard, and starred by the name of the lady Nina Mae McKinney, Hamptree Harrington, and my mother, Willa Mae Lane. This particular story right now and movie, The Devil's Daughter, is being sold right there on Amazon. And I say it because I'm letting them know that's why I'm doing the thing. Amazon, I'm coming. Y'all owe me some money. Thank you.
Oh, well, that's amazing. From the book to the movie to winning court cases, he
Yeah,
was involved in quite a lot
that's
of
it.
remarkable
Now
stories.
let's get to coup de grace.
Hmm.
Here's the coup de grace. In the process of her raising up one night, as she was doing good in her particular career of dancing, one night she loved kids and she was sitting at her room back in the 30s when the girls would sit down. They had these particular tables that had the bulbs around them. Willa Mae's table had two or three bulbs missing. So she told the stage manager, she says, "Arthur, I'm going to pick up some bulbs." This was in Buffalo, New York. In
Yeah.
the process of her going to pick up the bulbs to cut through the grass, she met some kids. And in the process, while she was coming back, she talked to the kids. She gave the kids a little money so they could get some ice cream. She wanted them to get off the street because it was late at night. My mother was she was a patron saint to me. I love her.
Hmm.
She was very very I can't even bring the word up, but she loved kids. She made sure she was always trying to make kids in a better way. She loved that, and she loved bringing kids together. She didn't care if they're white, black, red, or yellow, which is what racism is from Lou Gossett. But we don't want to go out to that right now. However, In the process of her picking up her bubs, coming down and at Ann Montgomery's, that was the name of the nightclub in which she was appearing in at the particular time. She was playing with the kids and having fun, coming back to the place, and out of the shadows, a very strange, dark shadow of a woman came out, and when she appeared, she hit my mother in the face with a bottle of lye acid,
Ooh.
busted her
Wow.
face open, took everything out of my mother was a very beautiful lady. There she is right there. I can prove it. She's a beautiful,
Yeah.
okay?
I've seen the cover of the book. I saw it on Facebook. I went on Amazon. So yeah, definitely
Yeah.
beautiful.
And
Oh wow.
this was I can't prove it. We 150 years away probably, but I do have parts that show to it, and something happened in the family that I know that they was behind this. They
Mm,
for years followed her until they were successful at tearing her apart. They didn't shoot her, they didn't hang her, they didn't stab her. They took her beauty away from her.
yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry to hear that.
One monkey don't stop no show. The entire country, well, not the entire, it was based over the entire. I have the right up to send out the such artists, Louis Armstrong, Billie Holiday, her good friend, all of the big major band leaders, Andy Kirk, Count Basie, all of this is stuff that I have on paper,
Mm,
mandated. Okay, they got together and had a benefit for Willa Mae. The people that Willa Mae worked for, they put her into the very best hospitals in Buffalo, and she got her beauty back.
wow. That's so good.
No good deed goes unturned. She
Yeah.
lost one eye in the process.
Right. Right.
Now,
Wow.
now we are at the end of the book. What happened? Well, at the end of the book, I want everybody to go read this book, but I'll give you a little bit more. That's where
Well, don't tell them what happens at the end. Let them
I'm not
go and
gonna
buy it.
tell 'em. I'm just doing a little bit of signifying. There's an old thing called like the signifying monkey. Still
Okay.
be
So give us a
I'm a
snippet.
signifying. The main thing of it is that she returned to show
That's
business.
it.
That's the coup de grace, and you have to read the book. And she married my father, who, in the end of the book, you'll see a paragraph called "The Harlem Night."
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Exciting.
That's right. And the reason why he was the Harlem Night is because I have pictures running the wall right here. My father was Eddie Murphy back in the 30s and the 40s. He would stay sharp 24/7. He took care of my mother and he made sure that her life, my mother and my father were married for 48 years until my father passed.
Wow.
I'm a musician. I had traveled around the world. I took my own band, even though I've worked with everybody from Luther Vandross to Johnny Taylor. I took my own group around the world. I got one hit. My mother and my father called and said, "We sick, come off." I had to retire, and I retired my entire life of entertainment. And that's when I'm back now because when the play comes, y'all look for me because I'm going to be in it.
Oh man.
I'm receiving mine. Mama is giving me mine back. But
Yeah.
this is the end of what I'm telling you. This is at the men I took in my mother for over 23 years, hand and foot, because she said, "Baby, don't sell my house. Don't let." Because my father wanted to just sell everything and put her into, make sure she put her into a old folks. Something. That didn't work. And she said,
Mm,
"Baby, let me say, my mother passed away from my home. I took care of her. She had cancer, and we won't go into that part because I'll
yeah. Yeah.
start crying. But one thing did, and I'm gonna close this story off with this, and after that, I can take any kind of questions. Um, The last part, the most touching part of this, is when she was on her transitional bed. She had one leg severed. She's a dancer. That hurt her hard. She had one eye gone. That hurt her sight. But she had the Spirit of God, which she gave to me, and that's what I have. And I will not stop because she asked me something, and that's what I'm doing right now. She said, "Baby," I said, "Yeah, Mama." She said, "Tell my story."
Mm. And what a story it is.
I didn't say I'll try. I didn't say I'm gonna try and get it. I said, "Okay, Mama,
You're gonna do it.
done deal." So
Done
far,
deal.
I got to the book. You don't know it's a story behind this because I had to have that written and taken off because I ran into bogus publishers, which I would not allow the first book to go through because I said you are not going to represent my mother, the Queen of Swing, and a cesspool of literary garbage like this book.
Right, right. Okay.
This book is beautiful right here because it's been done correctly and
Mm-hmm.
it invites you to read it. And once you read Willa Mae's story, I've put it out for you, but there's so much to read in his book. And once you see that and you see the play, there will be an embracement to what Willa Mae did. She was a Afro American thespian that had a spirit like a light that people
Yeah.
need to guide now. What is the actual message is we are one. We must love each other and we got to always continue to come together. Black, white, red, or yellow. I rest my
Just everybody. Just everybody. But you know what? I am glad that I was able to play a part in this story by helping you to get the word out.
and
So,
I appreciate you for doing this so much. Thank you,
oh,
Mother.
absolutely. Your mom sounds like a wonderful woman. It definitely is a movie that I would want to see. A play, a movie, a book, however you remember her, and, just support her last wish. You're doing a great job. So, what you've done so far has been excellent
Thank you
because
so
not
much.
only have you got the book, like you said, the play is you reached out to me, you found me and said, hey, I have a story that I want you to put on your platform. So
Now,
thank you for doing that.
if I may, I just want to insert this. That's correct. That's why this is not called just the Willa Mae Lane story. It's the Willa Mae Lane saga. This is the book. It's a play. It's a movie, and it's going to be a sitcom. All three has been written, and right now they're waiting. I will not release anything other than the play at this present time, simply because if I did it right now, it would be done and of just like boom. It's nobody knows who Willa Mae is. There's a million
Yeah.
dancers out there. That her story is unique and it has to be made. That Brother Lou Gossett told me, he said, "Brother, don't you stop not 1 minute." He said, because that story is absolutely unique. That is correct, meaning it's a rogue, it's one of a kind. This is a
Yeah.
one of a kind story without a shadow of a doubt. So that's what I want everybody to know. Please go get that book. And from the book, when you see the play coming, it'll probably start here, be it God's will, someplace up here in Marietta, Georgia. Hopefully, maybe well, I'm not even going to go into that. But
Yeah, but listen, it's all about manifesting. You have to imagine it in your head, you have to manifest it, and it will
right.
come
And then
it
after we
will
get
come
to
true.
that, then we're going to get to the movie because my dreams are, and I'm out of here to do another Harlem Nights, a classic.
Mm,
Right?
okay, yeah. Yes, it absolutely
After
is.
the Harlem Nights, we'll do Willa Mae's Pad. That's going to be the sitcom.
I love it. The name alone sounds like it's going to be amazing.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
just listening to the story, you tell it so passionately. I can tell that this is definitely something which that you were destined to do and to make it happen. So,
Thank
but I was on your Facebook page and I see that What's the Red Velvet Awards? What was that? It looks like
Oh, that was those were the awards that I received from the Red Velvet Entertainment. Uh,
okay.
Willa Mae's name. That's how I actually met Lou. I didn't know Lou. Wasn't a friend of mine. I know a lot of people, but I didn't know Mr. Gossett, even though we grew up in the same place. But he was receiving the award for the icon from Red
Oh, okay.
Velvet, and the main award was the UM's, what is it, UMA, UMC, Universal Music Award, UMA, excuse me. That those are the people that pull me. They give me a beautiful award, and that was the icon. Lou Gossett won the icon award for the males, and my mother won the icon award for the female. And that's
Okay, nice. Yeah, because I
right.
can see the award up here. That's beautiful.
Right. That's what and Red Velvet came in and they gave us a legendary award also. But the major was the UMA. That was a very, very beautiful award that they gave us there. And I had a chance to meet some people there. It was very great. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I see you. You're looking sharp here in this picture. So,
Thank
so yeah. So it's all about receiving the award. These types of awards will get you, noticed, get you in places, and get you talking to some of the right people. So it's all part of the plan, so to
That's
speak.
why I came to you. You're the right person.
I'm the right person. There you
You're
go.
one of them. I appreciate
So
it, Cazzy. Thank you so much.
okay, so we will definitely get the word out. So just to reiterate to everyone, the book is available on Amazon.com right now. And I can see that it's on there. It's Queen. If you put in Queen Swing Willa Mae, you will get to that book, Queen of Swing,
Right.
on Amazon. Okay. So do you have any, like social media where people can follow you or follow the story or get some
You know,
updates?
I'm gonna tell you, I'm lacking in all that type of stuff. I don't even know what I'm doing on Facebook. It's just a lot of fun. I answer a lot of questions.
Well, you know what? People can find the same way that I found you. I'm going to give the information because they can find you on Facebook. And
Yeah,
if they find you on Facebook, they are able to send you a message and
that's
get some more
correct.
information.
That's
So
correct.
it's Harvey, Harvey,
That's
and the
correct.
last name is Whited, Whited. If they
That's
put
correct.
that into Facebook, they
Right.
will find you and they will get some more information.
That's right. And also, as you see up here, I have the WillaMaeLane.com. I want you to go there too. When you get there, it's very informative. The very first page, scroll all the way down, you will see it. I have a portion of the movie that we spoke about, The Devil's Daughter. Uh,
Okay.
I have another interview with another well-known newscaster like yourself, a gentleman by the name of Logan Crawford. Maybe you may have heard of him. He did a very successful thing for me. And then I have when I very first started one of my many documents on giving out information, which that comes out very, very well also. So that's when you get on that front page, you scroll all the way down. Then come on up and hit the right box, and it'll click you inside the website and go to the gallery, and that's where you see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'll
The
see.
beautiful pictures.
Right, see some of the pictures of night. They're classic pictures. I mean, really classic pictures because they're not on sale, they're not out, and they're not on the internet. Except for now, they are. But I have pictures of there of people like Billy Eckstein, Pearl Bailey. These were all the friends of mother. All of them are not to be forgotten. So when you say Willa Mae, you say them. So that's why they're inside of there. Lionel Hampton, who's on the front of the book, she worked very, very well with the band, with Lionel Hampton Band. He has still things on TV, but my mother, unfortunately, when she came out, she retired with my father. And after she retired, by me being not only her son. I'm her only son. I'm her only child. So in the
Mhm.
30s, I don't know for any of you that had a little age on you, you would know that when you have a kid and it's your only kid, they become luggage. they, they
I
become
know that to be true, but
yeah.
I have two.
My
But I know that to
mother
be
looked
true.
at me. I mean, she made sure I had to go through the gangs of Harlem to get the street. When I come down the street, my mother would be on 146th Street and Amsterdam Avenue with her little 22 in her purse and say, "Don't y'all mess with my son. Junior,
Yeah.
get on back down here," you know. And I mean, I had to grow up with stuff, but I didn't have any brothers. I didn't have any, she was my big brother, my mother, my daddy, my father, and
Everything.
when I got in trouble.
Yes. Listen, nothing has
I
changed.
give it to my
2020,
father. I'm sorry.
2025, nothing has changed. Mothers are still all of that and more.
Absolutely, but I gotta slip this in. My father played a very major point. He made me a man than I am today, with all due respect. And
Yeah.
a lot of Afro American brothers and sisters just don't have this. A lot of working moms, but they're supposed to be two. And
Yes, of course.
yeah, and unfortunately, we have that type of disability going in our culture at a particular time, the working mother. But
Well, it's definitely changing. It's definitely changing. I've seen more than more than less. So it's definitely changing. So it's a good thing.
that's
It's a good
beautiful.
thing.
That's beautiful. But I just want to say that I give thanks to my mother and my father. Not that just my mother's a working mother. We know she was a major part. Pop was a working part. He always was right there. He kept me clean. He made sure. And when they would beat my butt out there on the hump, she said, "Hey, put your clothes on because you're going back out to get your butt whipped again until you learn how to fight."
Ooh,
I got
yeah,
home.
that's mama.
I was the toughest little skinny kid on 150th Street.
Wow, wow, wow. Well, I love it. Well, quite a story, and I'm sure we can sit here and talk, and you will have so many more
Oh, wow.
stories to
You have
tell.
to check mine.
But
I'm sorry.
I know, I know. We're gonna focus on Willa Mae for now. So guys, the website is willamaine.com. And again, make sure you go out and support and get the book. I'm gonna, when this is reposted, we'll make sure
Thank you
we have
so
a
much. I
picture of
appreciate
the
it.
book.
Thank you so much. Cazzy, I appreciate you so much. And
Oh, you are welcome.
we must stay in contact because once the play is launched, I will be on the front row.
I am excited
Yeah.
to come for sure.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. We will. I'm just going to do a couple more ads, and then we will end the show. But thank you so much for your time, and I'm looking forward to the play. I'm definitely looking forward to the play. There you go, the Queen of Swing, ladies and gentlemen, the Queen of Swing.
Thank you. Thank you, man.
Thank you, sir. Have
Okay.
yourself a good night.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank
Peace and
you.
blessings.
Okay, guys, so there you have it. Make sure you go and support the book. It's called The Queen of Swing. It's available on Amazon. And, we will definitely keep in touch and let you know when the play is ready. So won't be long at all. Okay, so I do have, again, just thank my sponsors, Caribbean International Shipping. If you're shipping anything to the Caribbean or South America or Central America, contact them at 770-323-1111. Now, I spent some time in Guyana just recently, and let me tell you, there's a lot of people moving things, back to Guyana. There's shipping. Shipping is happening all over the Caribbean right now. So make sure you support Caribbean International Shipping for all of your shipping services from right here in the southern, part of the U.S., Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, of course, Florida as well. So there you have it, Caribbean International Shipping. So, like I said, we've got We're White. Don't forget, We're White coming up on May. God, I almost said February. We're White coming up on May the 25th, 2025. It's the 25th anniversary of We're White with a touch of silver. It's going to be exciting. Of course, we've got Patrice Roberts, we've got Mikhail Teja, Anika Berry, full blown, the whole shebang. It's going to be a great, great show. Very excited for We're White. And also May Day. May Day. May Day is coming up, and that's on Saturday, May the 10th. Tickets are going fast. Make sure you get yours at mayday.com. That's www.maydeh.com. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to end the show tonight, and I will see you again this Friday for the promo show with Cazzy B. I'll be alongside Danny on the hot topics, and there's always hot topics. So we will see you again this Friday, and join me again next week, Tuesday, for another episode of The Lunch Date with Cazzy. Okay, over and out.
Yo, the familiar, this is full on, and I'm telling you, see, we will be we outside full road, we coming to shell down. I ain't a good spirit. I drink it. I don't have time to be lucky for you, my friend.